Well, there it is. After a decade, after blood, sweat, and tears, my pride and joy is finally finished. I can't imagine how anything could possibly go wrong. I can't wait to share it with the world. Yeah, honestly, I think it's like my favorite book this year. The New York Times is already calling it the next great American novel. Yeah, dude, I'm interested. Give it here. Heard it didn't take him too long to write it either. Like a week? It, looks familiar. Yeah, I doubt it. That right there is 100% certified original content. There's no way any of that is ripped off, stolen, or taken illegally from anyone. Pretty magical, isn't it? I mean, what will they think of next? Yeah, what won't they? Never figured my books would be used to train AI, unless you wanted the AI to be super weird. In all seriousness though, this is wrong. It is theft, and it's going to result in some really shitty art, with no heart or soul or desire to understand what it is to be human and to try to find meaning in life for the short time we are here. It is a lonely, cynical, empty, vampiric attempt at creation. That post is from one of my favorite authors ever, Libba Bray, and her words have haunted me for months as I've decided if I even want to film this video. Turns out, quite a few authors are suing OpenAI for illegally using their work. Libba Bray, among hundreds of other authors, recently found her work in a database that's being used to train artificial intelligence. Over 100,000 books were used without permission by Meta, Bloomberg, and others. Authors like Stephen King, Margaret Atwood, the list goes on. Essentially, their books were downloaded from pirate ebook repositories and then copied into the fabric of GPT and GPT-4, which powered ChatGPT and thousands of other applications. GPT is already being used to generate books that mimic human authors' work, such as the recent attempt to generate volumes 6 and 7 plaintiff George R. Martin's Game of Thrones series, as well as the numerous AI-generated books that have been posted on Amazon that attempt to pass themselves off as human-generated and seek to profit off a human author's hard-earned reputation. Somebody pinch me because this just doesn't seem real. It's honestly pretty much impossible nowadays to go anywhere without hearing about or interacting with AI, and some people find that magical and thrilling. I find that terrifying. As a creative, I've always been pretty hesitant to share my work. One, I have a very thin skin and an easily bruised ego, and sharing it with the world is a little intimidating. Growing up, I always heard stories of people's work just being blatantly ripped off. Don't post it on fanfiction.net or Wattpad because someone will probably use your story as inspiration. This goes a little deeper than that. Now, thanks to these tools like ChatGPT, OpenAI, and the hundreds of others that I can't possibly name, thousands of people could use my work and I wouldn't even know about it. And I'm already preparing myself for the comments that are like, it's not that deep, you know, we're just using it to train and to just build and create. Essentially, I'm overreacting and there's really not much to worry about. How exactly can it do this? And not write utter garbage, because it can, but something pretty passable, without studying someone else's work. And I understand, not everything AI has created has been amazing. We've all seen the pictures of the people with like claw hands or 15 fingers or gaping mouths. They're unsettling. But in a way, it's kind of funny. It's like, well, yeah, it's not a human creating this stuff. Of course it's gonna look a little weird, but clearly it's getting better. It's learning. Why are we celebrating people's careers being ripped away from them? I can't tell you the number of recruiters that have reached out to me wondering if I would like to help them train AI chatbots. There was a recent one I found that said it would benefit from my storytelling ability. Benefit from my storytelling ability. So copying my work so it can get better. But growing up, people always kind of pointed fingers at me and looked down at me because I wanted to be an English major, because I wanted to write, and that's my dream, is to be a published author. People in IT and business and all like the left brain ideologies and careers always kind of looked at me like I was stupid. And so it seems like a huge punch in the face that there's this technology now that they're kind of actively using against people like me. Pretty much telling me that I'm replaceable, and that creative thing that you did that we complained about and said was stupid for years, oh, that kinda is important, but we're gonna take that away from you. As the old saying goes, what are you gonna do with that English major? You gonna work at Starbucks? I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but maybe at some point in my career now. And this is not shade to any Starbucks employees. If you're an English major, you've heard this. The only thing I'm really coming away with is dystopian. I might have some Orwell on the shelves, let me check. Well, I don't have any George Orwell or Fahrenheit 451 on the shelf, but I do have this, one of my favorite books, The Story So Far. In the beginning, the universe was created. This has made a lot of people very angry, and has been widely regarded as a bad move. I guess I could replace universe with AI. Again, that was by Douglas Adams. And you wanna know something I just did there? I credited the author. The concept. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are in the comments. I know I'm gonna get a mix, and I completely understand that. If you're creative like me, I'm actually even more interested in hearing your perspective on this. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys sometime soon.
I love writing, I love reading. It's just like in a learning experience that like you don't start out great. I'm not like trying to say like, oh, I'm the greatest writer ever. I understand that I am better now, and it just shows that like you just don't start off great. You like, it's a gradual process. So without further ado, here is Inferno. I struggled to get another breath, but my head was swimming. The last thing I remember was the feeling of the warm earth becoming all too solid as I slipped under. I just kind of wanted to share this and just, I guess, kind of document my writing journey, just to have this to rely upon, like, oh yeah, well I wrote like this, but now I write even better now. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, liking, doing whatever to support me. I appreciate it so much, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.